Welcome back everybody to another video on creating. Now to start off today, I made a couple changes to the pack. First things first, I added something that I wasn't able to add before, and that is the create, slice, and dice, which adds, well, the slicer, plus a couple very good abilities for us, and that means that with this slicer we can cut things and make well, several different types of food using the slicer, which is pretty good. The other thing I did was I replaced FTP chunks mod with the chunk loaders mod. This one, I actually need to spend resources to make these, and I made a few of them and I scattered them around like this space and the station and that fabric and this one and over here. Like you can see I have 83 loaded chunks like all around here. Not all of them are loaded. Some of them are loaded, some of them aren't. I don't know if I need to load create belts. I don't know. I've been loading them, or at least I loaded them. Like I load this crane and the underground from there to the station, just to make sure that my items don't get like caught up and stopped like random places. And right on time, a train just arrived to the station, and I actually upgraded so we have these things. You can see I have my mining wagon going all the way out to the mob farm. Yes, and it is depositing things. We have the underground area where you can see the items go out. Well, it's out of items at the moment because I'm not in the mob farm. That means that no items are actually being farmed, so that's all right. And if we go over to the mob farm, I also started doing some decorations here. I want to make something cool out of this. I don't want it to just be a random thing floating in the sky. I want to add some cool details, you know, and want to make all this thing walkable. And I want to improve our enchantment setup right here as well. And also, as you can see, I have a lot of smart chutes here. Basically, all my items from the mob farms are going all the way down to that train station. Yep, they come all the way down there. There's a belt here that takes those items, and then there's the witch farm, and there's the items that come out of the witch farm as well. They all come and sit here waiting for the train to arrive. When the train arrives, it gets loaded with all the resources, which at the moment it really has a lot of nothing. As you can see, the belt is empty. This one is a couple of things, but not really that many, because it already loaded everything. Already took everything from the mob farm away. Now I just really need some way of AFKing here, I guess. There's also that chunk loader mod. There's also another one here that's just loading the farm, and I have, I believe, another one, or I believe that one actually reaches the train station, so it also is also loading the train station as well, to make sure that the train actually loads and unloads things. That said, to have this mob farm all the time running, I kind of need to sit here, so I don't really know if there's anything I can do about it. If there's like an armor stand that could do this for me, that would be really cool, to have these guys just work on their own, like loading things and stuff. I don't know if that's possible or not at the moment. With the mods I have, it isn't. So let's move on. So I'm just gathering some ingredients because what I need now, I need a blaze cake, because we are going to be making hyper experience. What's hyper experience? Well, it's this bad boy right here. And this bad boy requires us to use glow ink sacks and lapis lazuli and liquid experience on a superheated blaze burner on a basin to give us like liquid hyper experience. And this liquid hyper experience we can turn into bottles if we want, and we can store it in a drawer, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to store it in a tank. And this hyper experience increases the efficiency, basically, that the blaze enchanters work. So with these blaze cakes at hand, I can just come here to our lava factory, place down here, and they will be turned into proper, well, I made blaze cake bases, and now I do have the blaze cake. So I'm actually using a smart fluid pipe with a filter so it doesn't pull out the liquid experience, because that happened and I didn't like it. And hopefully with this glowing, I mean, I don't have a lot of glowing sacks. I got a couple of them. Let's hope they actually do what they're meant to be doing. And let's see how much we can get. I don't think we're gonna get a lot. And it is actually working. It is actually pulling what we need. And you'll see that it's only 50. It's a very, very costly process. I believe it uses like... Oh, it's over. Wait, why are you out of... Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry. There we go. So I made 100 milli buckets. And I'm gonna make 100 more. So I'm gonna have 200 milli buckets. This means we need a glow ink sac farm and the lapis lazuli farm. Now, squids we can technically farm. That shouldn't be that much of an issue. Well, we can't make the spawn eggs, but we can farm normal ink sacs as well. And we can turn them into glow ink sacs. But lapis, the only renewable source that we have from lapis is actually villager trading. So that's also one of the things that's gonna go on our list, a villager trading hall. I really did not believe my luck. You see this magical pond right here? It's right off our base, which no, not base, but mob farm, which I'm starting to decorate a little bit. And look at the amount of ink sacs I got. Like, the squids just keep on spawning here. Like, they're infinite. I kill, like, all of them. When I look to the other side, well, there's more. There's literally just always more around the corner, which is pretty good. Means I can really stay here infinitely farming. Like, if I want to, I don't want to. Ideally, I would automate this, but I would have to see how I can automate this, because I really don't want to stay here forever just eating squids to get ink sacs. And then you can take a look right here, and you can see that the active enchantment is Unbreaking 4. Not Unbreaking 3, Unbreaking 4. That means, for example, if I toss in this pickaxe that has, well, Unbreaking 3, it should enchant it. There we go. And it will give it efficiency, or Unbreaking 4. There we go. As you can see, Unbreaking 4. This is very powerful, as now we can upgrade our entire setup to have super high tier enchantments. Well, as long as we actually get enough blaze cakes and stuff, because at the moment this is quite manual, because we do not have a regular source of lapis lazuli, we do not have a regular source of glowing sacks, and we do not have a regular source of a blue blaze. So yeah, as you can see, we have basically all the resources from the mob farm being dropped here at our storage. Now, don't worry, this will all be organized. I'm just having a hard time thinking how. I probably want to separate the wood, the stones, and all those things, and these ones as well. I want to separate those from out of here. But more items keep coming in every now and then because I make new farms and I take the items here. So I kind of need them all together because I don't know where I'll be getting. But I should organize this soon because, yeah, as you can see, the items come in. A lot of items come in. I may need to do a secondary belt from that side, maybe. Probably have to. So the items just don't clog all here. And by messing with those blazes, we realized, yes, we can make our blazes go super. And there's not only the blaze cakes to make them go super, there's also this mechanic right here that uses the straw from Create Crafts and Additions and bioethanol to make a superheated blaze for 20 minutes. And that is pretty good, not gonna lie. And the only issue here is that it uses sugar. We are technically farming sugar. It uses cinder flour, which is made from netherrack. But bear in mind, we can farm cobblestone, and we are farming potions of healing with the witch farm. So we can technically make netherrack, and then we need biomass. For biomass, we can use a lot of different plants and bushes and even sticks, for example. We got a lot of sticks. Maybe we want to redirect some sticks into this thing. And seed oil. And seed oil we get from, well, compacting seeds. Any type of seeds, even rice. You can use rice. Which means this area will be turned into a lot of farms. Now, I will focus at the moment on trying to get the ones needed for the blaze one. So I want to try and fill out what's the best options that I do have. We're probably going to make a sugarcane farm that will just be straight up outputting sugar, nothing else. Will not even be outputting the sugarcane, we'll just be making all into sugar. We need this cinder flour, which means we need to somehow automate the process of making netherrack, or we can just farm a bunch of netherrack, like stacks and stacks and stacks, and keep this thing fed up, because let's face it, netherrack is pretty easy to mine. And then to make the biomass, we can take a look at various recipes. They all look pretty similar. We can even use rotten tomatoes and like actually give the rotten tomatoes a use, which is not really that bad if you think about it. It basically works with any sort of item, even apples and melons and stuff like that. And then the seed oil, which is any type of seed. So I'll try and gather around all my seeds, try and come up with a game plan of how I want to distribute like the fields, and then we'll see what happens. And here we have our little harvester guy, and he hit a pig, so now he's going back in the wrong direction. Okay, so taking a look at the area at which it will be farming, I will make a warehouse around here, and you can see it going in now, and then it will go out. Of course, I kind of need to go this way. And for now, we have potatoes, onions, tomatoes, cabbages, wheat, which I don't have a lot of seeds, and then I have beetroots and flax. And I believe it did pick up the flax, which is good, because I was not sure if it would pick it up, but I believe it did pick it up, because I think it was higher than this. And then of course it will kind of replant, and then here I'm going to do beetroots and flax alternated. I know I could alternate on these ones as well, but I like the aesthetic of having them just all of the same type. And I'm still missing some, you know, I'm still missing carrots. Ideally I would have that dude farming melons and pumpkins, but I don't think he can with these guys on. You can definitely farm rice still. And then we'd have probably around here some other farms to pick up other things. And of course I need to block animals for being here. So made myself a little bit of a warehouse, basically. I also have a way to replace this guy in just if he decides to flip around or something. I can just pick it up with a wrench, place it here, and he's on his way. And of course we have the drawers right here now starting to fill up, so I can fill in the blanks of the farm. And of course I need to still expand this a little bit, because yeah, I need to finish those fields, and I need to do something on this side. And so I added in all the other crops. As you guys can see, we now have rice, sugarcane, bamboo, pumpkins, and melons. The carrots are up there. I made a second wheat field because there's a lot of uses for wheat, and I thought, well, might as well just make them as much of it as we possibly can. And then of course we have beetroots and flax and another wheat field, and this is cabbages, tomatoes, and onions and potatoes. Oh yeah, but this one, of course, it needs to be, well, not that guy, it needs to be that little dude, which has a mechanical saw, and that's the one that's actually cutting the bamboo, the melons, and the pumpkins. As you guys can see, it's gonna go ahead, turn around. It's very simple. It just has a saw, it has a portable storage interface, so you can actually deposit items into here. Then it has a couple of chests. Not really that big of a deal. And then it drops the items here. It does a little like wonkiness sometimes. Then the items go very, very slowly all the way up there. And when they reach there, they get put into that guy, and that guy deposits over there. but I still felt the need like to add these storage drawers just in case something goes wrong. The items can pile up here. Yeah, you can see here he comes, and boom, the items just flow in. Ideally, I would make this a little bit faster, but I'm just using a single water wheel, not really anything else. You can see like he kind of wants to go away. Okay, now he went. And of course, it wasn't derp me if I hadn't forgotten something, and I completely forgot about cactus. And I made this, which basically is the normal cactus farm. I still need to put the fences up, but that's all right. And when the cactus falls, it falls into the water, and then if it comes down there, there's a drawer there that is picking up the cactuses. And then I have a belt that takes the cactus all the way up to this drawer, which is linked to that one, so it should end up there as well. Of course, I just need cactus. Apparently, I don't have any. Yeah, probably some of you told me or are already writing in the comments, well, sweet berries, man, sweet berries. Yep, they're here. I forgot about them. I made a little bit of a patch here because they grow quite fast. They grow quite fast. And the cactus, they're also done as well. Now they are very, very slow, but they're automated. They're automated. And take a look at that. I made it so it would look a little bit more like a greenhouse, not just a couple of random fields. And oh, there's a red merchant here, which sells random stuff. I'll probably still try to add like some pillars here and stuff like that. And I'm using some flare lanterns to have some more lighting in here, and also to help a little bit with the mob spawning, so the mobs don't spawn in here. And of course, I didn't want to have like an entrance here, because of how this guy kind of gets out and then goes back in. So it's like an open greenhouse, because it's open on both sides. But I think it looks cool. And yeah, take a look. We're getting all the things that we need. I do still have like rotten potatoes hidden away, but don't really need to hid them away, I think. But we needed this. We needed this a lot, because if you want to move into some better power with the boilers and all those things, we need these guys to make bioethanol. I was really in need of all of these farms, so it was really, really helpful. And for the next episode, we will be dealing with bioethanol and go back to the mob farm to finish what we started today. And it kind of looks cool all the way back there. It looks cool. I like it. And of course, guys, I will be making the pack available to you, because I did some switches and some things, you know. For today's video, I switched up some things and added in a few mods to help us a little bit, as I said at the beginning of the video. So I'll make the pack available over on the Discord, and also my schematics as well. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye.